Testing, testing. Testing, testing. There we go, I think we're good. Testing, testing.
Hello.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, 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 hello.
So, here we are, welcome to SBS Division 1, round 6 at Britain. Here we go, nearly a full group, we've got 19 drivers, all looking to show what they can do. A lot of drivers, it's their home track. As you know, a lot of British drivers in SBS, so that means the stakes are ever so high for round 6. You know, we're getting into the season, we're getting to the midway point where there's the rivalries are formed and the drivers are ever so motivated. So let's see what these 19 drivers can do. The qualifying session has just started. 16 minutes for the drivers to set the fastest lap time possible to see where they can start on the grid.
Yeah, we've got 19 drivers on the grid today, and I think, yeah, we're only just missing out on one, so nearly a full grid. Obviously, today is a really important day, as he said, rivalries could be formed during the course of this Grand Prix, and at this moment, we are about to get the first couple of people on the first couple of laps, but one talking point that has to be brought up is Pelik has left the team of AlphaTauri that he has spent his season 1, well, mostly,
Yeah,
I'm
indeed.
pretty sure mostly with him in season 1, so that's a big change. He's moved over to Aston Martin and he is on his outlap currently, but his now teammate Jamie Morris is on his flying lap and he's currently going through the first sector onto the first DRS straight on the track.
Yeah, as you said, the stakes are ever so high, and it's actually a lot of reserves driving tonight. And another talking point is the 2 Ferrari drivers, they're not here. So that makes the stakes even higher, because these drivers, they need to catch up to Ferrari. And if these Ferrari drivers are not here, which they are currently 1-2 in the drivers, then it's just an opportunity for everyone to gain points and just gain on the Ferraris. And since there's a lot of reserves driving, and those drivers who have attended, they'll be gaining a lot on the drivers who have not. And Jamie Morris, he's going to be the first person to finish his lap. Let's see what he can do. I don't know the corner names, so I'm going to let you take over in qualifying, because it is pretty critical to say the corner names.
I'm gonna pretend I know like some, so I'm gonna get up like a track map or something, but while that's happening, Jamie Morris sets a 126.446, which is a decent lap at best. That's gonna put him on provisional pole, obviously, he's the only one who set a lap. EVG Scotty is going to be the next person to set his flying lap. He is now going around. I believe it's Hamilton Straight. I'm going to pretend I know these names. Cobras goes second place, ahead of the McLaren, who must have gone somewhere off the track, as he's only set at 133. Toxic Jesus, 126.938. That slots him into second place. And oh god, who is next across the line? It's his teammate Jax Gaming, who goes 5th fastest with 127.357. Toccarolo in the Ferrari seat goes 7th, and I believe Temp, driving for Haas, has gone 5th place. So an alright lap so far. Pack up to P7. Pelican P2, so he's been pressing for his new team. Up there, it's currently in Aston Martin 1-2 in qualifying. They have proven themselves over the course of the season and are fighting for the Constructors' title. I will now search up for Silverstone corner names.
Yeah, I should be doing that.
Oh god, yeah. Silverstone corner names. Alright,
Yeah.
we've got that down. So, who else on a decent lap? Who hasn't set a lap yet? Crisple. Crisple's currently going through Brooklands. Yeah, see, I knew that. See, yeah. Oh god. Yeah, alright. Now down the... Okay, god. I need to save this to my, save this to my camera roll. Oh no. There's watermarks all over.
Okay. So I'll take over for now. I've got the corner names open, so hopefully I can nail it. Not for now though. As you see, Tegas in the Mercedes in sector 3 currently. He's a reserve, and it's his second time racing, second time in a row. He raced in Austria, pretty decent performance. I think he ended up in the top 10, something unlucky, Catherine, I'm not sure. As he rounds the final corner now, I believe that is called Club, and he's going to go into P9 with a very solid lap, just ahead of XD Paco, the Williams driver, a teammate of the Season 1 champion, Mr. Layton, who's put himself into P7, just behind Temp in the Haas, who won in Austria, and then Jamie Morris, the newcomer, currently on pole.
Yep. Newcomer Jamie Morris on pole position for the Aston Martin team. Oh god, didn't mean to do that. I finally got the track corner names, which is absolutely beautiful, because we are going to use that to watch guys like Legal's lap, who is, I think he might be low on fuel, but besides that, he's going through farm now and heading through the chicane and up towards Maggots and up onto the Wellington Straight, where he will head up to Brooklands right now and head himself around Luffield just around now. So he's currently going through the second sector at this point. Now he's going through Woodcote and up towards Cops at this point, onto the straight here and entering Cops right now. Boom, nice. You don't want to go wide in this corner because you can lose a lot of time. And now he enters Maggots and Beckers. Beckett will be right here, and then he goes through Chapel, and now he will get the DRS open and head onto the Hanger Straight, where he will be on for another couple of seconds with the DRS open. And he's run out of fuel. He has run out of fuel. He could have set a lap. I think everyone has decided, yep, go in the pits at this point, and I think CPI's just Snell.
Yeah, just Snell on the track. He's going to have the whole track to himself as he's on an out lap. Still needs to get a solid lap in, a valid lap. And I'm not sure how many minutes, because the bloody annoying thing, there we go, 9 minutes left of qualifying. And 9 minutes left for the drivers to show us what they can do, show their team principals what they've got. As Snell is going to round the final corners, and let's see if this track map is accurate, as I think I know the corner names. Into Abbey goes Snell, takes it very nicely, and now he's approaching Farm. Needs to brake very heavily and take all of the curve here, and he does so very nicely into the chicane. And now onto the Village Straight, approaching Brooklands. So far, so good for this AlphaTauri driver. What is it going to be in Sector 1? It's going to be a 27.6. And now into Brooklands, takes it very nicely. Into Luffield, rounds that corner. The right hands are very twisty. And keeps the rear intact through there into Woodcote, I think. Yeah, into Woodcote he goes. Here you can take it flat, but it's very risky. He nearly takes it flat. That was Corpse, sorry. Now he's into Maggots and Beckett. Everyone knows this corner, a very tricky corner, especially on controller, but Snell absolutely nails it as he is now exiting Maggots and Beckett at 103.543. So far it's purple in Sector 2, and I've completely forgot the corner names. I'm going to put down my phone and I'm just going to commentate like a natural. So far so good, heading into the final few corners, these very slow corners, very easy to invalidate as he takes all the curb. And out here, a very nice exit for Snell as he rounds off his lap. It's going to be P8 for the AlphaTauri driver, who actually did go purple in Sector 2, unless that was a game glitch. Oof. So far it's a very tight grid, but Jamie Morris is still on top.
Yes, okay. Yeah, get him. Alright, sorry, I was just concentrated on getting myself into the Formula Game Comparison Div 1 thing, because for some reason the code wasn't working. But now it is. But now I can have access to the race results. So, who hasn't... So, Mr. BT won the first Form 3, and then Pyro won the second, and then his teammate won the third Then Crystal won in Saudi Arabia. Austria is yet to be put down. Great Britain 6th Grand Prix. Taking the results from Saudi Arabia, Ruddy Hoodit is leading the championship. So, but he's. Oh wait, no, he's not here. That's just
Yeah, as I said before, the championship leaders aren't here. A lot of reserves racing, and this is going to be very nice for those drivers who are racing. Yeah, so I'm going to go through the standings now. Here we go, we're going to open them up. We can see Rutty Gullet leads, he's not here. Pyro in second, he's not here either. P3 is Crispal. He is... Oh wait, no, sorry, these standings are outdated. I still need to do Austria. I should probably get that done very soon. So I'm going to say the standings which were after Jeddah. So we got Crispal and P3, we got Temp P4, Pelic P5, and he's now in the Aston Martin. And then we've got Mr. BT P6, Ahi P7, also not here. JCAC P8, Liam Carragh also not here, and then rounding off the top 10 will be EVG Scotty. I won't carry on because that'll bore you guys. So let's talk about this qualifying session. 6 minutes to go now, as the timer is ticking for these drivers to set another lap. Most of them have set a lap. Jimmy Morris once again goes pole position with Cobras right on his tail, 2 tenths behind. However, we can't say that Jamie Morris has got pole for certain, because we've got a very speedy driver, Mr. JCAC, who has not set a valid lap yet, and I've got high expectations for this man. He's been impressing everyone in the paddock so far, and let's see if he can carry that, keep that going into Britain.
Yep, indeed. But let's stop talking about people's laps and let's concentrate on one man. That man is Temp. He obviously joined Div 1 in Austria last Grand Prix, and he came out, I believe, with a debut win in Austria. So he's the one on the top foot heading into this Grand Prix. He's the one that everyone looks up to. He's the one that everyone wants to beat at this point, and that's not including the championship leaders. Everyone wants to beat the championship leaders, but obviously he's going to be the one who wants to get hopefully 2 race wins in a row to show that he really does belong in this league, and this wasn't just a one-time wonder. But he's gone purple in both sectors so far of this lap, and he's about to head into, oh god, where's the track corner's names, whatever it is. But let's just pretend, yeah, he's going through the final chicane now, and he will be heading up to Club now, and around the right-hander. What will his time be? It's enough to get in pole position, that's for sure. It's a 126.303, just about 3 hundredths of a second
the Haas
faster.
The Haas drivers are back at it, finally. After so much waiting, we finally got the showing from the Haas drivers. Currently a 1 and 3, which actually reminds me of the Haas drivers in the real life. Finally the Haas is looking competitive in real life, and so is it in SBS. As you can see, Pahapirka into the podium positions finally. So many races, so much bad luck for him, and he's finally got himself into a good position to start this race. Hopefully he can do something. Maybe it could be a first podium for Pahapirka. We're gonna have to wait and see. And now I think we've got 3 minutes of qualifying, and people are going to be into the boxes, and then they're going to go out for their final runs of the day. And JCAC still to set a lap, still in the boxes, and finally he's out of the boxes, and we're going to stay on board with this man because I think that he's going to pull something off. He's going to pull off a very fast time is my thinking, and everyone going out of the boxes, so this could be some traffic, as we will see in Monza. It's a guarantee that in Monza qualifying it is going to be a heck of a traffic jam in these final few minutes, and it is in Britain. Oh Jack, in Monza we're going to have an absolute crazy qualifying session, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're just telling me that. Everyone would know that Monza's going to be a crazy qualifying session, and even a crazy race at that for. But currently, current teams, the best team currently qualifying ways is currently Haas. I mean, first and third. I mean, who's really there to beat them? Aston Martin, who are second and 6th. Pelic was second during the early parts of qualifying, but has dropped off. and is on his flying lap currently.
Yep, a 10th up for a Pelic, and that's only after Sector 1, and now approaching Sector 2. So far so good. As we said before, he is witnessing some traffic from the Alpine and now Leighton, but they get out the way nicely so it does not interrupt. Pedic snapped into Maggots and Beckett's. What can he do? Oh, flicked off. There we go. Into Maggots and Beckett's. What can he do? Oh, he's invalidated. He takes so much curb, and that was bound to happen. And that could possibly be his qualifying over unless he can go out for another lap, but he won't be able to box again. Temper tire. So does Fahapurka, the two hatters, both out of the session. They won't be improving of their times, but everyone else can be. Snell, what's he going to do? He's going to start his lap now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. Into the first corner, takes it very nicely, sticking to this. I'm not sure what that is called, but now he's into the chicane, the final chicane of Sector 1, and now the rest of Sector 1 is just a nice straight. He loses the rear a bit through there, but it's not too bad. What can he do in Sector 1? Will he improve on his previous Sector 1 time? Yes, he will, by only 100th of a second though. He needs to keep improving, otherwise he will not be going anywhere with this lap. I've got 55 seconds left of qualifying. 55 seconds left for the drivers to get themselves in the highest grid spot possible to start this Grand Prix. Snell, oh, very nice. I think that was flat. I'm not sure, but I think that was flat, entering Maggots and Beckett. Let's see, will he make the same mistake as a Pelic? Hopefully not. And he takes it very nicely, as he did for his last lap, and I think he's improved by a 10th now, has Snell. He needs to keep improving, otherwise he'll be staying in this 10th position, just rounding off the top 10. Oh, he has to live through there. And JCAC, as I said, goes pole. He showed us what he can do in this last few races, and I knew that he was the one to watch. But what can Snell do rounding the final corner? The AlphaTauri driver is going to put himself... no way. He's going to stay in P11, just outside the top 10. And that's very unfortunate for Snell. Legal into P8.
Scotty got up to P3 as well. He was doing it while Snell was having his lap. He's setting a blistering lap there, beat the Aston Martins. So, disappointing qualifying from the Aston Martin team. They were starting off well, and then they've just fallen apart. Pelic down in P9, and it looks to me Jamie Morris
is actually improving.
Yeah, P4. He is improving. Wait, he's still on a lap? Oh my god, yeah. Alright, okay. So, he is improving on this lap apparently. So he's going through this right-hander and up towards Cops. Hopefully he can keep this lap together, and possibly he is still in a hunt for top 3 qualifying position, or maybe even pole position if he gets lucky enough. But he's got traffic ahead of him, and he needs to be as careful as he can to 1, not crash into them, and 2, not invalidate. And he keeps it as clean as he possibly could. He's improving by 0.2 of a second. He has never got pole position in SBS Div 1 so far this season. He is the new boy on the block. Will he get pole position here in a circumstance nobody could have seen? He is entering the final corner now. He's entering club on towards the final straight. It is not pole. He's only improved by 100th of a second. He's up to 4th, but that could have been so much better.
Yeah, he lost so much time in Sector 3. He was 2/10 up after the second sector. That would have put him into P2 of this race, just behind JCAC. And if he improved by a tiny bit, it could have been pole for him. But now, no one else on a lap. And that is JCAC pole once again. The Mercedes... No, not once again. I think that's his first pole ever. But he's up in the top positions once again. The Mercedes driver continues to impress. And he's certainly one to watch, certainly one that everyone wants to beat. The new Lewis Hamilton could be, and not sure. And now into the race. This is going to be enjoyable. Lap 1, hopefully not too crazy, but of course we do want some action. Jack, what are your predictions for this race?
Well, Jack is going to lead off well, and I think he's going to go quite clean through the Grand Prix. I think he's going to end up getting a podium, but it won't be enough for the win. It's going I'm not 100% sure who it's going to be, but I think the Aston Martins are going to have a big bounce back, and either Jamie Morris or a Pellic will get the win here today. Yeah, that's my predictions. Big and hard.
My predictions
yeah.
are probably going to be, I'm going adventurous, I'm going crazy, because you know, that's F1, you never know what to predict. So I'm going to go with Peter Cupper Happy 1, Jamie Morris P2, JCAC P3, and I think Temp is going to crash out actually, and I think it's going to happen in this first lap. I don't know why, I just have a gut feeling. I'm not sure why, I just have this gut feeling that his luck is going to come to an end in Britain in his home race. And is that rain? Well, it's certainly very dark. The clouds are glooming over the Silverstone circuit, so this could possibly be a rainy race. I don't know the weather conditions because I'm not driving, so if you give me a second, I'll check them out on Mr. Layton's stream, and then I'll come back to you guys.
Right, here we are then, for the British Grand Prix here in SBS Division 1. I have came in with my dramatic voice. Probably it's not really that dramatic, but who actually cares? We are here for Britain. 19 drivers. It is Mr. Jackack on pole position. He will be starting on the front row alongside Temp. And we are about to head on to the formation lap. Bobby Hunt for what the weather forecast will be today on SBS Layton's stream. SBS Layton's
so far I think I'm going with a dry race, but I've just asked the drivers, is it going to rain? So we still need a confirmation on no rain. Still no confirmation, guys, so I'm going to go with a rain later on in the race, because it's certainly dark, very overcast. And already collision in formation lap.
Sorry for interrupting, but there's already people getting disqualified after the first corner. What's going on, lads? Get yourself together.
Yeah, indeed.
But let's cast our minds back to reality, shall we? Let's actually, while this formation lap is having, just for a minute, let's talk about real life. What's your opinions on qualifying for this first race? Bahrain.
Yeah, I think Ferrari have the pace. You know, Max certainly seems to be on the ball like always. I think Mercedes, they've got problems, but I think they're gonna have it fixed in no time. You know, the facilities they have. You know, I think they will find out what the problem is and come back stronger. Because where they are right now is probably not where they want to be at all. And Haas, I think Gunther Steiner is very happy so far with what his team has just done in qualifying. I'm not sure if they can carry it on to the race though. Gonna be fun. Yeah, so confirmation, it's not going to race. I mean, not gonna rain.
It's not gonna. Oh
it's
no,
not gonna
we're not
race.
gonna race, guys. We're not gonna race, guys. This is terrible. But anyway, who's gonna do the start?
I could do it if you want, but yeah, you can do it because okay, I'll do it. Trying to figure out what settings I should do. We're going to put the detail on position change because it is crucial to see after lap 1 who's made up the most positions and who's lost the most positions, as now the drivers lining up in their grid spots. The top 3, JCAC, Temp and Scotty, all from different teams. Then we've got Jamie Morris, the newcomer, just outside the podium positions, looking to make up some positions. We've got this very nice camera angle as we wait for the lights to go out. The drivers need to ready up. Come on, guys, let's make this quick. Let's make this quick, guys. Come on, chop chop. Not very quick from Mr. Toxic Jesus.
Is it really Toxic Jesus? Why is there a yellow flag? What's going on? I think my eyes are bamboozling me. What's happening here? I am. I think we're glitched.
Okay, there we go. Toxic is left, and that allows for the race to finally get underway. It's 5 red lights, and it's going to be 5 lights out, and away we go for the British Grand Prix round 6 of SPS. We can see, who is that? That's the Mercedes leading into turn 1. We can see Temp. Temp was passed. Oh my god, so much has just happened in one corner. We've got Jax Gaming out of the race. We've got Pahapirko spun around, down 11 positions, and then we have JCAC leading still, Temp behind, Scotty already with a penalty. Let's go to the details of the penalty. We've got Scotty with 10 seconds worth of penalties, Leighton with 5, Hayes with 5, Paco with 5, the 2 Williams teammates both with 5 seconds of penalties, and so far it is all playing into Mr. JCAC's hands. Jamie Morris is still in P4 with G-Swiss in P5, who actually had to leave, and now he's gonna take control of his car once again. He had to leave, but he's still in P5. Wow, his AI must have gone crazy in that first corner, and he's rejoined, and he must be very happy. He's literally, I think he's gained a position as well. His AI has gained him a position. We've got Guizak, Legal, Pelik, Crispal, Snell, and we've got Owens. We haven't talked about Mr. Owen making his debut here in Division 1. He's in P10, and we've got the reigning champion Leighton in P11. So it's actually a full cost safety car, and yeah, that means it's going to be out for another couple of laps. So Jack, if we find another topic to talk about, that would be nice.
Sure, I'll make up one. No, Temp faking going in the pit lane. Temp gate. No. Who isn't actually in the pits? Is it? Anyway, Bobby, I'll hand it over to you for a second.
Not much to talk about, to be honest. If I go to position change, maybe I can find something. But for now, you know, we got a safety car after the first corner. Very hard to make stuff up to talk about. We've got a lot of people into the boxes though. As I think they may have had wing damage, maybe a lot of carnage at the back of the grid. Not sure because I was on board with Mr. JCAC. But yeah, currently the top few on softs, and we've got a lot of medium runners who've just boxed very early on because of wing damage, I suppose. And then for position change, we can see making up the positions is Mr. Sus, who's up 8 positions, and Scotty is down 9, Pahapirka down 12. But we've got the safety car, so they will be very close to each other. We're literally going to have another race restart. We went one corner in, and then we have a safety car straight away. But I think we can keep talking about real life Formula 1 because not much is happening for now in SBS. What are your predictions for the race tomorrow, Jack?
Tomorrow? Well, I think everyone's hoping for a surprise win, you know. The Ferraris are looking strong. Leclerc is, well, obviously a candidate for the championship this season, and he well has a chance to win it, so I know you would want a Ferrari win from either Carlos or Charles. I'm not really 100% sure who out of the two, but what I would want is McLaren in the top 10, really. Like, desperately. And then Williams to score points. Alex Albon, P10, hopefully, on his return to Formula 1. You know, these cars are so close to each other nowadays. Like, you've got the new regulation changes, and everyone's going to be a lot closer. Everyone's going to be like right up each other's tail. So hopefully, this should be an interesting Grand Prix at the very least.
Yeah, indeed. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I know the Ferraris will be strong, certainly.
Why is Soy Loco here? What? Okay. I think he's just watching. Hello.
I'm going to have to go for a split second. I need to do something regarding Xbox, so I'm going to leave you to it for a few seconds, then I should be back.
Well, as you're stuck with me for a couple of seconds, I hope you don't mind. I hope you didn't miss me. I'm joking, you probably didn't. But anyway, we are here under the safety car. JCAC is leading, and yeah, there's not really much to talk about except real life is cool, you know. it's cool. You get me? You get me? Yeah. 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 Very, very, very good. This is, I wasn't expecting. Yeah, he's back now, so you can enjoy terror of boringness.
Okay, here we go. Hopefully the safety car can come in so we can actually start the race. Literally a corner in and we have a safety car right away. Currently no one has the penalties, everyone's got rid of them except for Mr. Scotty here. And I think he's got 5 seconds of penalties. That's probably for a collision on the safety car. He can get that removed. And we're just waiting for the restart. And it is safety car in this lap. It's going to be go, go, go for the second time in this race. The first safety car after turn 1. And
who wants to do the restart? Do you want to do it, or should I? I don't think he's it. No, he is here. Okay. That breath made me so certain. Okay. It looks like Paco might not make it. No, he's there. He's definitely there. Okay, Jack is leading. When will he get on the power? It will not be for a while to catch 10 power. He doesn't catch him out that good, but he's off, and the safety car is gone. He is leading the way. A Pellic getting yellow. Oh my god, there's so many penalties for ignoring yellow flags. I don't understand why this is happening at all. Many people getting 5-second penalties. Look at all of that. Very surprising there. I think it was some sort of glitch in the system. There was yellow flags all over the circuit as soon as he crossed the line, but no changes so far from what it looks like. I think Toxic Jesus lost a couple of positions at the start, or was that just me? I'm not 100%, but Jackak is pulling away from Temp. Jamie Morris in the podium places currently is catching up with Temp. And behind Jamie Morris is Guzak Lico, who is around 1 second behind. When the DRS comes out, this is going to be a well-formed DRS train, as long as they keep it together. Which, if they do, it will be quite entertaining. And try not affect the lead as much as you can, because he doesn't want anyone overtaking him. Toxic uses leads again. He's having really bad internet issues today, so we do apologise for your loss. Crystal and Snell having a fight for P6 currently, and it looks like Crystal has dropped down to P7, so that's now Snell into P6, and he will now chase after a Pellic. So the Aston Martins have made a comeback, and Pellic's getting 4 places. Jamie's getting 1.
oh wow, Snell is off the track. And there goes Toxic, doing a 47-second lap. What a lap from Mr.
What?
Toxic.
Hold on! Toxic with a 47-second lap. Oh my god, that's lap of the day. That's lap of the day. What is going on with this lobby? I really want to know. But it won't count anyway, because it's out of the top 10. But I don't think anyone's going to beat that lap. I don't understand. Jeez, if he was to set a 47-second lap, you would have to put the finish line right before cops. So I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man. But Jackak still leading by only the tiniest of margins. He's backing up the pack here, with Jamie following behind Temp. All of them are in around 4 tenth gap of each other, so very, very close between them. EVV Scotty, I believe, got ahead of Owens, or is that just me? The Mercedes of Tekas gets ahead of Tocarella for P10. That's the final point scoring position, and he's going to late break, but he won't be able to catch up. And that's who's that off the track there. That's Owens off the circuit in the Alpine. He now drops down to P11 and out of the points places. DRS will be now enabled, so this is Temp's advantage to try and get past into P1. Hopefully he will do it, because he needs to have P1 for possible 2 wins in a row from Austria to Britain. But here we are on the DRS straight. DRS wide open. He doesn't use the ERS And from what I can see, Temp has more ERS than Jack-Ack. Jamie's just following him behind. Maybe he can catch them out here as he tries to do a switchback on Temp. And he nearly did it. He's literally right on his rear bumper. These three are going to be right out of the entire race. Jamie's getting more position. The top two have stayed in the exact same place ever from the start. And Jamie is losing a bit of time. Temp and Jack-Ack are going right at it here into Maggots and Bengals.
Indeed.
These two are going very close here.
Yeah, indeed, they are ever so close to top three, really battling it out. They all want to gain position. We can see Jamie Morris opening the DRS. The two drivers both going to have DRS. Jack-Ack, the only one who won't. So Temp could go for a possible dive bomb. No, he's going to wait for the straight up ahead, and we're going to visit the bottom few drives. See Crispell hunting down Scotty, and then further back we've got Leighton and Cobra's close. I'm not sure what the hell is happening. There we go. The time just glitched for a second, and we're going to rejoin this battle at the front. As you can see, Temp is ever so close to Jacob now. He could go for a move into turn 2. No, not yet, as he slots in behind the Mercedes for the meanwhile. Then we've got Jamie Morris, who rounds off the podium positions. He's in P3 in the Aston Martin, playing it safe, and currently he is going to finish this race in the podium positions. But can Guizak Legal deny him? He's been gaining on those top threes, but they've been battling it out. This is definitely helping Legals. He's into the DRS of Mr. Jamie Morris now, and he could be catching up to this front pack. Apelic is also catching Guizak Legal, and Scotty, Crispell, Sus, you know, all very close. And we've got Tekas in the Mercedes. Will he go for a move on the Ferrari? No, not yet. We've got yellow flags into Sector 1 and Sector 2. I'm not sure who that is, but I'm going to stay on board with Tekas for the meanwhile, as he's going to go for a move, look for a move into Maggots and Beckett on the Ferrari. He's literally touching his gearbox, pushing him through Maggots and Beckett, but he's staying behind, and now he's got a way better exit than Sus. Can he make the move around the outside of the Ferrari driver? The Ferrari has the inside, but he lets Tekas pass, and that is Tekas into P7. Jacob into the boxes on lap 7 of the race, and he is going to be boxing for the mediums to go until the end of the race, and that is Temp into P1. And yeah, I'm going to let Jack talk now, because I've just realised we've been screaming for a few minutes, so Jack can take over for now.
Okay, so while you were talking about that very interesting thing for P7, Temp took the lead of the Grand Prix away from, I believe, Jack-Ack, yes, but he also took the opportunity to pit and is now in P18. Temp is also now fighting with Jamie Morris for P1, who also got ahead of him after he pit on the straight. He will now be able to follow him in up through Cops and up towards the something straight. I'm going to pretend I know the name. We're just getting notifications saying Toxic Juices leaves and joins, but besides that, Temp is chasing down Jamie Morris, and Jack Trying to do the undercut here, trying to get back ahead.
Indeed.
It might work. Might you?
Could work.
But anyway,
it's not too early actually. It's not a very extreme undercut, but it certainly is an undercut, and Jacob will be going for it. As we can see, looking at the track map now, if you look at the bottom right of the stream, we can see how close everyone is, and you can see Jamie Morris is the second into the boxes, and he speeds in the pit lane. That's a 5-second penalty added to his race time, and that is so unnecessary. That is probably one of the stupidest penalties, one of the most unlucky penalties you can get. And that is Temp going long. He's extending, and Jamie Morris has retired from the session in the boxes, and I'm not sure why he's done that, but he is out for now. As we keep going on board with Temp, we've got Toxic Jesus, it goes as fastest again with a 37.8.
Oh, that's world class, lads. Well done. Absolutely amazing. I haven't seen a lap like it. Oh my gosh.
Still yellow flags, but there won't be a safety car, as now 17 men left standing. We see Snell and the Ferrari going side by side. Oh my word! We see Cobra's gaining positions right on the back of the AlphaTauri. Tocorola behind the Red Bull, and got Leighton at the back of this pack, the DRS train, as he's going to be having the DRS on the Ferrari. You can see it's nearly like Jeddah. Wow, they're so close. Oh my word! Going into Maggots and Beckett. Could we see some side-by-side action? That would be a huge balls move by whoever goes for a move into Maggots and Beckett. They must have the biggest set of balls I've ever seen. No one's going to do it though.
That's quote of the day. That's quote of the day.
As they keep, they're happy with their positions. They're not risking it into Maggots and Beckett. But will Tocorola go for a move on Cobras? No, not yet. And so far, everyone is keeping in their current positions. Got Owen and Pahapirka going side by side. And Pahapirka is passed into P8, the Haas driver, on a comeback drive. We can see Temps, Legal, Apelic, Crispal all into the boxes on lap 10 of this race. They're going to be going to the end on the medium compounded tyre. And Owen yet to box. Owen yet to box, I think, unless he's boxed on lap 1, I'm unsure. And also Toxic yet to box. So there's 2 drivers who still need to box. And then, of course, the medium runners all still staying out, as the mediums last longer than the softs.
Sorry for interrupting. I just got ahead. The undercut didn't work for him. Sorry for interrupting, by the way. I'm so addicted to watching cars go around in autistic circles.
And we can see this is the fight for a net P1 in the race, as we can see Temp and JCAC, even though they're P13 and P14, this is net P1 and P2 as we speak. And then we've got Snell and Owen going side by side into Maggots and Beckett. That's a huge pair of balls from the AlphaTauri driver of Mr. Snell as he gets past the Alpine in Maggots and Beckett. That is a very daring move, and it's paid off. He's up into P5 behind the CPI driver of Pahapirka, and then Cobras also gets past Owen, who's just lost 2 positions in lap 10 of this race. Will he box is my question. No, he's going to stay out for yet another lap, and we can see another DRS train is forming from Sus, all the way down to, I think that is AIDS and Tekas, a 3-second time penalty. A lot of penalties in this race so far. We can see Scotty has 10 seconds on his time, and Tekas with 8. Further back, Toxic is into the boxes. He's gone AI though, and got virtual safety car.
What happened?
I've got no clue.
Well, big penalties. EVG Scotty's got 10. Sus has got 5. Obviously from the, from the thing that happened where everyone got 5-second penalties for ignoring yellow flags. Don't know what happened there. Don't know what's happening with Toxic Jesus either. He's just, I don't think he's okay. I think someone might need to check out Toxic Jesus doing wheelies on the pit lane and wheelies on the pit lane exit. I think he has some problem with his wheel.
Yeah, we're going to ignore Mr. AlphaTauri Toxic, and we're going to keep going with this race. We're going to go insights into the race so far. So we've got Tekas, Scotty and Sus currently leading, but if you go to the detail of the tyres, you can see that they have all boxed on lap 1 actually of the race, and we can see Tekas and the Mercedes into the boxes, and Scotty is going to stay out. He's going very slowly. We've got Pahapirka drive-through penalty. Oh, we are racing! We are racing. It didn't notify me that we're going racing, but we are. And Scotty leads into lap 12 of this race. Someone is losing a heck load of positions, and that is Tocorola and Pahapirka. I'm not sure what's going on there. And Scotty still leads the way. Snell behind Sus, and then Cobras behind Snell. Leighton up into P5 after a not so great qualifying for him, and he's trailing the Red Bull driver of Cobras. His second race in SBS. It's Cobra's second race in SBS. It's probably Leighton's, I'm not sure how many, 20 something races for Leighton in SBS. And yeah, a lot of people battling, but it's not too intense just yet. We've got yellow flags in sector 1. Someone's into the boxes. Tate, he's onto a fresh set of softs, and the only people who are yet to box are Tokarola, Snell and Sus, who are extending the tyres as long as possible, hoping for a full course safety car. That would make their day. It would definitely. And then a Scotty on the mediums with 9-lap-old tyres. Snell and Sus going side by side. Snell gets past though, and he's up into P2. The AlphaTauri driver, a very solid race for him so far. His second race in SBS, and he's in second position here in Britain. And it is his home race, and it is also Scotty's home race, Snell's home race, as we said. I think it is Sus's home race. Cobra's, Leighton's, not his. Yeah, I'm not sure who else is. And we got Mr. Pahapirka, who was DNF'd, and he's DNF'd in the boxes, so it's not going to be a safety car. It's not going to be a safety car.
I've seen that Pahapirka's retired, and he's left the session. He must have had... Yeah, he's retired in the pits, so... His race is over, and... I just saw... Tikas nearly just binned it in the wall. We had so much oversteer. But currently EVG Scotty is leading the race. I'm going to go into race director so I can see exactly everyone's stops. So he has boxed. Snell hasn't. Neither has Sus. Leighton has as well. Tokarola hasn't. Tegas has pit twice, so that's probably why he's down there. And so is Haders and Pack up here. Oh no, he's anyway.
Yeah, a lot of drivers are trying the pits, not their day, and a lot of inconsistencies for the drivers, a lot of misfortunes, and people who are benefiting from other people's misfortunes are the following. We've got JCAC, who I think something happened to him early in the race. He boxed, he did the extreme undercut, I think, boxing on lap 7, and he's onto the mediums. Cobras, so far so good for him, no penalties for the Cobras, and currently he could be challenging for P1 along with JCAC and Temp, and actually JCAC is in net P1 of the race. Temp is 7/10 behind him, but he's in the DRS, he's staying within the DRS. He's got fresher tyres, 2-lap fresher tyres than JCAC. And we've got Tokarola 8 seconds behind his teammate Sus, both reserves, and we've got Leighton pushing Cobras still very close to each other. And not side by side just yet, as into that twisty right-hander. It's very easy to lose the rear in the exit, but Leighton does well, and the gap is 6/10 now, as I'm not sure anything is going to happen there. Temp closing the gap to JCAC, as he seems to be the faster man, and not much else happening other than that. Everyone securing their positions.
Jesus. What am I watching?
Yeah, and let's see, can Temp keep gaining on JCAC through Maggots and Beckett? Indeed he can. The gap is now 2-3 tenths. No, he's lost time on the exit. That's very unfortunate, but he's going to have the DRS, so that's going to make him up some time indeed. It's going to be 2.5 tenths to be exact. Oh, he nearly goes for the move into that corner. Now they are approaching Tokarola, and Temp can go down the inside in the final few corners. No, he's going to stay behind. He's going to slot in for the Mercedes. We see JCAC. No, nothing happens to JCAC as Temp keeps closing the gap to JCAC, and JCAC is now going to have the DRS from Tokarola, so Temp will not have the advantage of the DRS, but he will have the tyre advantage. As you can see, 2 laps of tyres separating these two, and now it depends on how quick JCAC can get past the Ferrari driver, because if he struggles, then that will benefit Mr. Temp, and JCAC can't get past just yet. Can Temp go for a move on JCAC? Indeed he can. It's going to be 3 wide. No, it's not. They both get past the Ferrari. Will they go side by side? No. Temp still behind, and the gap is 2 tenths, just as it was last lap. He keeps gaining hundreds by hundreds, tenth by tenth, and soon it's going to be position by position for the Haas driver, who looks to win for the 2nd time in a row after Austria. And still yellow flags in sector 1. No one's there, so it's probably a game bug to see JCAC go very wide through there.
Is there? Just not anyone controlling them. I'm very concerned for this man. Anyway, let's skip over that. I haven't said anything in a while. Snow's in the pit lane. He has finally decided to pit. This is a really long pit lane, I believe the longest.
Yeah, indeed. That's why everyone is going for the one stop. And
have you tried doing the 2 stop? Oh, yeah.
He's parked in a dangerous location. What a description from Codemasters.
Oh, that took him a while. That took him a while, really. Jesus, he was parked up in the pit lane. Literally, he was doing wheelies in the pits. Nah, that's fine. Give him another 10 minutes. 10
minutes, and let's start talking about the race once again. Leighton closing the gap to Cobras. The gap is 4/10 now into this twisty right-hander, and Leighton still closing the gap. Cobras won't have the DRS on Scotty. Scotty is going long. The top 3, I believe, all have boxed on lap 1, so they could go to the end, hypothetically. Tokorola still needs to box. Paco boxed on lap 1, a lot of people boxed on lap 1, so hypothetically they could go to the end of the race on this compound, but it'll be extremely old, so I think they'll be boxing again for the softs. And not many battles going on. Oh yes, okay, Leighton has finally made the move on Cobras, and I missed out on the only battle, and Leighton is up into P2 and he's into the boxes. And unlike Jamie Morris, he did not get a speeding in the pit lane penalty, and Jamie Morris actually left the session out of rage for getting a penalty in the pit lane. Very unfortunate. And Scotty still leads the way. Temp and JCAC, still close together. However, Temp is still behind and can't seem to make a move on JCAC. Even though he's got the tyre advantage, which will play a crucial role in the final laps of the race, as we've only got 9 laps. Wow, this race is extremely short in Silverstone. Oh my word. I felt like the Austria race was a lot longer. I'm not sure why. People say when time flies by you're having fun, so I guess I'm having fun commentating with Jack, and I'll let you take over because I've been speaking a bit too much.
Yeah, you don't want to hurt your throat out like you did in Austria. I realised that you probably got some sort of throat cancer from it, but don't worry, I am here, sadly. Yes, I am here. Yes. I don't know. Am I a fan favourite? Who knows? Scotty is leading though. 10 seconds of penalties will affect him by the end of this Grand Prix, but even with it, he will still finish P2, as Jacek is 10 seconds behind Cobras. But that's if Scotty stays out. If he decides to pit, he's going to have to pull out 5 seconds in the pit lane.
Yeah, actually.
And he will drop down a lot of time.
Actually, I think he will go to the end of the race. He's got nothing to lose. He's got 10 seconds of penalties, I think. Yeah, he's still got 10 seconds of penalties on his name. So why not go to the end of the race? He's got absolutely nothing to lose. Why not just full send and see what he can do? Because if the race were to finish now, he would be in P4, which is not at all bad for Scotty. And JCAC and Temp still going at it. Tokorola finally into the boxes, the last man who's boxed, and he's going on to the softs. And now we've got 8 laps left of racing and 8 laps left of cars going in autistic circles. 5 kilometers is the track, and the track's not that short, to be honest, but the race seems to be quite short. As we can see, Scotty goes very wide, entering Magnussen Beckett's now. He's in pretty much a no man's land, and JCAC still has Temp on his tail, following him through these corners, as Temp seems to be gaining once again, as we saw a few laps ago into Magnussen Beckett's. Will he go for a move? Well, he's got the pace advantage, and we can see the tyres playing a role in why he is catching up to JCAC ever so fast. The gap is 2/10. He's got the DRS. He's certainly going to go for a move. JCAC tries to defend, but Temp has the inside line, and he's going to have the position entering this corner. Yes, indeed. Temp up into the podium positions, up ahead of JCAC, and up into provisional P1, net P1 for him, unless Cobras does not box, and that could possibly happen. I'm not sure how old his tyres are. 16 laps, but they only enter puncture territory when they reach 70% tire wear, so he could possibly go till the end of the race. And further back, is there any battles going on? Yeah, we have the Suss and Owens going at it into the final few corners. Owen on the outside, Suss on the inside, as they go side by side, and Suss has the advantage, and he's gained the position into P12 just outside the points. But if he keeps going like this, he could certainly be into the points, and that would be a very decent race for him, the reserve driver. Tekas another reserve, and yeah, not much going on at all. Everyone pretty much in no man's land. And got 6 laps left. Only one safety car. No, 2. We got 2 safety cars. The race has been so short. I think I put it on to 50%. It's been extremely short though.
Yeah. Feels like it's only been like 2 minutes. But besides the point, Temp has a lot of ERS to spare, and so does Cobras. Scotty, on the other hand, is on the brink of losing all of it. He's
Lucas, Jack, can I say something which is not very professional of me, but I'm going to say it anyways? After this race, a few minutes after, like 15-20 minutes, I will be hosting open lobbies with the admin crew, so if you want to join, just DM me your PSN. It's on PlayStation. If you want to join, DM me your PSN. I am SBS Bobby on Discord, and I'll make sure to invite you. And sorry for that little advertisement, I would
Bobby,
call it.
I'm your biggest fan. Can I please join? Can I get your autograph?
Back to Jack. We can keep commenting this not very eventful race, and the drivers need to keep it going, you know. One mistake could cost them entirely, could cost them a lot. And JCAC and Temp is the long-lasting battle in this race, as they're not letting go. They both want P1 on this race, of course, and they won't stop fighting. They're going to go till the end of the race, I think, battling it out for this position. And let's go back to this to the predictions of this race, Jack. What were your predictions again?
I said the Aston Martins, either Jamie Morris or Apellic, were gonna make a comeback. Well, didn't go that well. Jamie's retired, and Apellic, he's in P7. He's doing alright, but it probably won't be enough by the end of the race for him to win. So, very sad. Big depression moment. Yeah, indeed.
It's not been the greatest race in terms of pace, but it's certainly been entertaining. And another race which will be entertaining is next week. We're going to head to Belgium, which always provides some great racing, so make sure to tune in. Same time, same day, and same drivers, same division it will be, but we will see some different drivers. You know, we've got a lot of missing drivers, probably because of the mocks this week. Yeah, but back to racing. We've gone very much off topic. Cobra's still not boxing with 5 laps left. It seems Cobras could win it, you know. Cobras could certainly win it with 5 laps left. You got Temp with an 8 seconds is the gap between Cobras and Temp. Cobras could win this race.
Apellic just spun Crispal at Brooklands. He's literally just, I think, tapped him just the tiniest bit, and Crispal got spun round. Apellic continues on. That's quite an interesting incident. Yeah, you wouldn't normally expect it.
Yeah, and hopefully Crispal doesn't have damage, because with 5 laps left, it'll be very unfortunate for him to sustain damage. And JCAC still going at it with Temp. The only battle I can see further back, there is a battle, but it's not for points, so we're going to leave it be. Leighton and Tekas are battling it out though. The Williams and the Mercedes are having a go at each other. Exiting Maggot and Beckett, Leighton will have the DRS. He's got the fresher tyres by quite a margin. Around the outside of Mercedes, can he make the move stick? They're still going side by side. Yes, he makes the move stick, leaves the Mercedes enough space, and that is Leighton showing what he can do into P8 of this race, and is a second behind Crispal, and he's got the huge tyre advantage to Crispal, so he'll be back in the DRS in no time. And in the further back, we've got Suss and Owen still going at it. The two drivers having an absolute all-out brawl into the final corners. We could see on board with the front wing of Suss how close he got to Owen through these final corners. And they're still going at it with 4 laps left, having some fun at the back. And Temp and JCAC also battling it out. We've got Temp on the back foot, 3/10 behind, but he's got the tyre advantage. It's 2 laps. All the tyres for the Mercedes, but that could make all the difference. That could make all the difference here in Britain. And will it be a race? It could, if Temp wins. No, Temp is Canadian. So at this moment in time, it won't be a Briton winning the race unless I think Cobra's maybe British. Oh, Cobra's is going to win. Sorry, I'm thinking Cobra's is going to win. Jack, what are your opinions? Can he make these tyres last? He's got 19 lap old tyres from absolutely nowhere. From absolutely nowhere.
I think he will. He's got barely any laps left. He will do it, in my opinion. He's going to bring it over to the end, and he's going to win the race.
Yeah, and on board with him. He doesn't seem to be struggling at all, you know. He's just keeping the car on the track, keeping it going, and he's not losing too much time to JCAC. And he could be possibly winning the race, and Scotty could be in P4 for this race. He's just chilling at the front of the grid. If he didn't have this penalty, he would have cruised to the victory, but he unfortunately does. But he could get that removed, you know, if he got it for an unfair reason, which I'm pretty sure he did not deserve 10 seconds, he could be in contention for the win if he does get that penalty removed. So, you know, the current top 4 could be the top 4 at the end of the race, and they've got Grisak legal, kept it clean, and it's going to be a provisional P5 for him if he keeps it going where he is right now. And back to Leighton, he's got the DRS on Crispell, and hopefully he can make the move sometime soon with 3 laps left of racing.
Yeah, this is going to be a close one here at the end, and with only a couple laps remaining, it's just a call out for help that Scotty's and Cobra's tyres hold out here against the charging JCAC and Temp, who are actually quite close here. I think in a 3 temps gap, these two could well get into a fight again. And if they do, I won't really be that surprised.
And DRS train forming. Well, not really. We've got Crispell, Leighton and Tekas all very close to each other in the final closing stages of the British Grand Prix. We could see some eventful collisions going on. I'm not sure. We're going to go to the penalty statistic, and we can see 3 seconds for Tekas and 3 seconds for Leighton. So yeah, Pettit also 3 seconds, and then we've got legal, Temp, JCAC, all keeping it clean. Temp still 3/10 behind JCAC. That is not great for him. And we've got yellow flags in sector 3. Hayes is out of the session. This could be, no, he's retired in the boxes. It won't be a safety car. 2 laps left.
He hasn't retired in the boxes.
Oh, has he spun?
Hayes has literally just spun, but it won't be a safety car since this game doesn't allow safety cars from lap 24 to lap 26 on this circuit, which means that no safety car will be deployed, which is quite sad.
Yeah, well, look at this. I am certain that Cobra's boxed on lap 1 because he had damage, and that pit stop on lap 1 literally gifted him the win. Of course, it's pace also, but this getting damage on lap 1 is literally giving him the win. So it's a good thing that he got damage on lap 1, and he'll certainly be happy because he's going to win the race. He's going to come home to win, and if it's his home race, that makes it all the better for the Red Bull driver, and it's going to be his first win in SBS and his first win in Division 1 as well. But of course we can't forget about Scotty. You know, 10 seconds penalty is probably not deserved, so if he gets that removed by the FIA, then it could be a win for McLaren, which we haven't seen for a very long time, since France Division 1 Season 1, the win by Slapstream, the legendary driver who had to leave because he was focusing on other things in life, and you know, not much happening at all, except for this little all-out battle between these 3 drivers, and Leighton having a go at Crispell, even though it won't matter because he's got 3 seconds. So is Tekas. Tekas trying to keep up with Leighton, but it's hard on those 12 up on mediums.
Damn, I missed Slapstream. He was a great driver while he was there. He won many races He was the home to one of my famous lines, which I will not mention for the sake of this, because most of you here are probably older than me. I'm not even gonna. Okay, let's move on. But generally, it's very sad to have seen him go.
Yeah.
But JCAC and Teb are very close to each other. These two might just get back into a fight as they were a couple laps ago. And at the start of this race, on to the final lap then. Scotty, he's the one currently leading. But will he be the one winning?
And Leighton is getting ever so close to Chris Ball, the Alfa Romeo driver, into the turn 1. In turn 2 now, he could be going for a move on Chris Ball, but he's got to bear in mind that Tekas is right behind. And let's go back to Scotty. He's going to cross the line in P1, but of course he's going to be moved down a few positions because of his 10-second time penalty, but of course he can get that removed. And 23 laps on those mediums, they must be done. They will be literally all worn out, and getting damage on that one was the best thing ever to happen to Cobras, who's the gap between him and Temp is 3 seconds, so Temp has been gaining, but it's not enough on lap 26, and Cobras will come home to win this race. Scotty, what's up? This isn't Scotty. Yeah, now it's Scotty, and he's rounding the final corners. Scotty will win on track as he rounds the final corner, and another 5-second time penalty. But the man to watch, the man who's going to win, Cobras rounds the final corner to win in to win in Britain. He wins the British Grand Prix, the Red Bull driver. What a absolute... He's... fucked it up completely. A brilliant race from the Red Bull driver, and it's paid off into P1. Temp P2. Temp actually got past JCAC. Oh, we completely missed that. Temp got past JCAC into P2, JCAC P3, to McLaren's P4, P5, then got Pellic, Chris Ball, Leighton, Tekka, Snell, Paco, Owen, Sus, and Tokrola. Then those who retired include Haidt, Pahapirka, Jamie Morris, Jax, and Toxic. This was certainly not the prediction that any of us were thinking about. Certainly not what we thought was going to happen. And if you're watching this stream, then your night in SBS is not over yet. You'll be able to get the full package, as we are hosting open lobbies where you can come in, you can come drive with the one and only admin crew, and of course Jack. And yeah, very enjoyable race.
I'm not an admin. I'm a commentator for some reason.
Yeah, a very enjoyable race, and we can see the drivers celebrating on the podium, and no drivers will win their home Grand Prix. No Britons will win, and that's not very good. And we're going to quickly go through this race director. Oh, we need to do race director. I will do that. Just give me a second. We got Cobra's P1, Temp P2, JCAP P3, and then P4 is the Irish man of Scotty. Then we got P5, Guizak Legal, not sure he's Ukrainian, just paying his respects. Then we got P6, Pellic, P7, Chris Ball, P8, Leighton, P9 is Tekas. Then we got P10, Mr. Snell, XD Paco into P11, Sus, P12. Right behind Sus is the Portuguese Tokorola. Right behind Tokorola is Owens, me, Nick, and the final, the first person. Like the first out of the people that crashed, it's Haidt, Pahapirka, Jamie Morris, Jax, and then to round off the grid is Toxic Jesus. And there we go, that is Division 1 PS Britain, and a very entertaining race. And yeah, we can't forget about Scotty though. If he gets that 10-second time penalty removed, it could be a win for him, as the reports are coming in soon.
Yep. This isn't over yet, everyone, because we will also, if you didn't hear already, like a minute ago, open lobbies will be held, which you guys can join if you would like to. Then please go ahead. You can race with us, the admin team, which is not me. But I'm joking. I'm not trying to get myself promoted to admin. I don't really care. But generally, you will race with all of the, not all of them, most of the SVS admins, and yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So
yep.
Join.
So we're gonna round off the stream here. Thank you for tuning in. A very nice 26 laps around Silverstone, and we hope to see you in Belgium next week. We're off to Belgium, and hopefully we can get some action in. Oh my! I did not just forget the fucking name of that I did not just forget the name of that corner. There is no way I forgot the most famous corner.
What corner? Which corner?
The corner in Belgium, the corner. It's not a corner, it's the corner. Yes, Eau Rouge. Hopefully we can see some action in Eau Rouge, and we will definitely see you in Belgium. Tune in, as I said, same time, same day, and same drivers. See you guys next time. Open lobbies will be held in a few, I think 20 minutes, because I'm gonna go have my dinner, and we'll see you guys soon. Saturday night in SBS is not over yet.